Be careful about filing lawsuits that may stymie progress and the energy we have going here. Ultimately, I think it will lose because it's been challenged in various states and in federal courts. But to think that the right to work legislation is going to be struck down by the state Supreme Court, if it's ultimately going that far, I think it will happen. The only thing that's going to do is going to think about the people like the Brady Industries who are coming to this state who may start second guessing or something of that nature, or the 300 jobs, how they're going to locate, that came to me specifically and said, but for this legislation, we would not be coming here. And I saw a comment that said, look, we want better wages and better working wages for people. Let me tell you what $70,000 a year wages mean. That's on average $35 an hour in rural Kentucky, plus benefits. There are no better wages than that. So I question people's motives who want to challenge legislation that we passed. Now, what does that mean, this legislation? For me, a certain vindication and validation for what we've tried to do for years and years and years, trying to get this type of progress. How I pointed you out to see Bruce Carpenter. You remember walking down the halls when we knew there was no chance whatsoever to pass right to work legislation. And as soon as it happens, what happens to us? The governor comes to us, we've got deals, we've got opportunity. Over 2,000 jobs are announced either related to or significant with the right to work legislation being passed. 2,000 high paying jobs. That's huge. And in my 21 years, I've not seen anything like it. I have walked down those halls fighting for these policies. The governor last year in our first joint appearance, I guess it was a little more than a year, said, what can we do? Started talking about the tax code. A little more complex. But they started the initiative, and you'll see many of the red buttons, to get rid of regulations that had no common sense, no rational basis to the industries, to creating jobs. They stymied jobs.